So yeah, I looked him straight in the eye and I said, I don't need this job. It's not worth it.
Good for you.
Yeah, and that was that.
I have some other great news for you.
What?
Well, now that you don't have a job,
Yeah.
I invested your money, all your money, into a future currency. I'll give that back to your debit card. You're never going to be poor ever again.
Okay. Why did you have my debit card though? I just
Oh, I had to
Quit
pull.
my
I had to
job.
pull. I had to pull all your money out to invest it in future currency, my friend.
future currency?
Yes.
What? Bitcoin, NFTs?
Oh,
what?
no.
What are we talking?
Much better than Bitcoin. Because this will never go out of style. When the computers break down, guess what's going to happen? Bottle caps will still be there. That's right, my friend. I see video games. I know what money they use. You're going to be rich. I mean, you are rich. Here we go.
So generic bottle caps are what you invested my life savings
Well,
in.
I figured you can make them whatever you want. You can make them Jimmy Bucks. Hey, give me a Jimmy Buck. There you go, kid. Go buy yourself a newspaper.
how
But
many,
I am selling newspapers. Why would I need one?
how many did I get?
144.
144 generic bottle caps is what my life savings ended up being.
Pretty much, but you know what? Your kids, they're gonna be rich.
How am I gonna pay bills with these? I'm not.
I didn't think about that.
Come on.
Hi, welcome back to the Back of the Class. I'm your host, Joshua Grigg,
I'm James Goodrich.
and today we're doing a review on Fallout premiering on Amazon Prime.
It premiered today, April 11th, 2024.
It is directed by Jonathan Nolan. It is starring Ellen Parnell as Lucy, Aaron Moulton as Maximus, and Walton Goggins as Cooper.
And we probably butchered some of those names.
Yeah, apologize.
Sorry. We did our best.
So in the beginning of the story, we meet Cooper. Cooper is a washed-out cowboy star who isn't doing movies anymore and is doing birthday parties.
Yeah. He seems like he may have been an important person at one time in his life, but is not anymore.
He's there with his daughter, who was also helping him with the birthday party. So he's doing photos and
Lasso tricks. Yeah.
and riding a horse. And so as they're at this birthday party, we get our first glimpse of the end. Giant explosions go off. We see one first off in the distance. His daughter sees it. And then another one goes off and another one. And you're like, uh-oh, this is the nuclear holocaust. This is it.
This is go time. And then it does the pan to, Fallout. And whew, it gave me chills.
It was a really good opening.
Yeah,
and
it really
then
was.
right from there, we go to the vault with Lucy.
112 years later
Yeah.
or something crazy
So it's
like
been generations and generations of people that have been born since it's even
that. Since the
happened.
bombs went off, yeah.
So Lucy is our other main character. She's down the vault. She is doing an interview. It's the first thing we see her doing. She's talking to somebody. We're not sure who. And it's about meeting a man.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing of being in the vault is procreating. They need to make more kids.
need
Because
to
when they
keep
go
it
to the
going.
surface, they're going to have to have people.
Yep.
And so that's what she's talking about, and that she's really excited for it. And they're going to be meeting with another vault, and there's all these other vaults that are actually connected together underneath the ground, so they don't actually have to go to the surface.
Yep. One crazy thing about it too is they're talking about how, possibly by the next generation, the radiation will be low enough that they can go back and try to repopulate the world, basically.
And Lucy is also accompanied by her dad and her brother.
Yep. And her mother is question mark.
We're not
because-
sure where she's at or
Yeah,
what's going
they
on with that.
definitely make it sound like she's dead, but then slightly later in the episode, someone says, "You look like your mom," and that leads me to believe that maybe her mom is still around, maybe just not in a vault.
So we then meet with the other vault. She gets to meet with the guy she's supposedly going to be married to. They have a wedding. Her dad does the ceremony, everything, and immediately when they meet these people, there's something clearly wrong with them.
Yeah.
They're acting very weird. You can tell that their clothes are dirty.
Yeah, they're
And-
not as civilized.
And we're told earlier that their vault has become they had like fields and stuff, and it became rotten with some sort of disease or something, right? So you kind of expect, okay, maybe they're not going to look so clean, but the way that they're acting is very uncivilized. It's not right.
Yeah, with Vault 33, you definitely get the sense that they've got everything kind of down to a science. They have this daily routine that they do, and then you meet the people from Vault 32,
And they're odd.
and there's something not quite adding up, and you get that sense pretty quick.
So the wedding goes through. She marries this guy. They go back and to do things, and he attacks her. And all of a sudden, alarm goes off. The vault basically goes in lockdown because she now realizes, oh wait, this guy's here to hurt me.
Yeah.
He's from the surface. He's not from the vault. She
Yeah.
ends up finding out through her
Her
which is
pit
cool.
boy,
Her
yeah.
pit boy. Oh, dude, her pit boy is so cool. Yeah, she ends up like aiming at him and like reading the radiation levels. She's
Yeah.
like, oh crap.
Yeah.
He's from the surface.
He's got rads all over him.
Yeah.
Not good.
And then after that, it's just a very bloody montage of people being murdered.
Yeah.
And trying to hide from these people. And then we cut to Maximus, our third character.
Yeah. And Maximus, it basically starts him out with him getting beat up.
It's kind of a weak character in the military.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to set up that this guy is weaker than his peers. And he is training to be a squire for the Brotherhood of Steel, which the Brotherhood of Steel is kind of like these power armor mech.
Yeah, they're kind of like
suits.
what I was kind of gathering from it is almost kind of like knights. Almost they protect the realm. They go out and they do what they need to do, find who they need to find, and get stuff done.
Yeah. So one of the characters is training to be a squire and is going to be anointed as a squire, but then they
Get hurt.
end up getting hurt, and
They
then
blame it on
Maximus. And then he ends up being the one to get promoted, and they have this ceremony, and they brand him.
Yeah.
And
It's a very serious thing. And the cool thing about the military aspect of it is they got it together, man. Not only are they like they're feeding their guys all the time, they got a place to sleep, and it's on the surface. It's not like it's down below somewhere. Like they're up there fighting real threats.
Yeah. So definitely gives you kind of a different angle on the fact that these vault dwellers think that it's completely uninhabitable up there, but there's people up there that are living. Obviously, they're probably staying away from higher radiation zones and everything, but there are people on the surface and they exist up there. So.
And then after that, he gets on the helicopter with the guy with the power suit, and they go off on the first mission to find. We're not sure who it is, but they have a picture. It looks like almost like a scientist of some kind, and a dog.
And a dog.
So that's
German Shepherd.
That's where his story ends on that episode. And then we go to Cooper.
Yes.
Who
Back to
Cooper is buried deep underground, and we're not saying he's in a vault; he's in a coffin.
Yeah, and he's at this point probably 260 or so years old.
Yep. Been baking for a bit.
Yeah, and ghouls, one of their traits is that they live a very long time, possibly indefinitely, because they don't need food and water like a standard human does.
So we see this gravesite. We see these like bandits come up, and they're like, "Oh, this is where he's at. We're gonna dig him up. We need his help." So they end up digging him up, and he's been kept alive for some reason. They mentioned somebody's been keeping him alive. I don't know, for like their own enjoyment of torturing him. I don't know.
Don't know.
But anyways, he's basically they wake him up, and he's not too happy about that.
Yeah, and they're worried that he's going to be feral. These bandit guys are worried that he's going to be feral,
Because
so
he's a
they
ghoul.
test him with a chicken. And he loves on the chicken, but he doesn't like
Go after it and try
go
to eat
after it. Yeah, so they know he's not feral, but he definitely seems a little feral, just in a different kind of way. Because he murders everybody.
Yeah,
there.
all these bandits are like, "We need your help." And he's like, "Yeah, I don't think so."
I do it for the love of the game, I think is what
Yeah.
he says.
So he ends up offing all of them off, and that's basically where the episode ends, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
With
and
him walking off.
Yeah, and
Very
I'm
cowboy.
excited.
Very cool.
Yes, and I am excited to see the next episode. The entire series released today. So we got the whole first season. We only watched the first episode.
We want to give you guys
a taste.
Give you guys a taste of it.
Yeah.
Not everybody wants to watch the whole entire thing or be spoiled by the whole entire thing. So we're just
Exactly.
giving you a flavor. And if you like what you hear, go on Amazon right now and just stream it. I mean, the show not only was funny, there was a lot of funny stuff in it. I thought that it was also acted very seriously when it needed to be serious. I thought the effects were so good. Again, the cinematography was awesome. All the acting, Lucy, Ella Parnell, amazing. Maximus, lots of depth with his character. I think it's going to be cool. And of course, Cooper the Ghoul. I mean, Walton Goggins is gonna He's an amazing actor. If you haven't seen Righteous Gemstones, he's Baby Billy on that, and he is amazing on that show. So if you ever get a chance, watch that too.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the bell. Hey, remember, come back, same time, class time.
Same class channel.